Hello and welcome to KISS Math. In this unit we will cover adding and subtracting fractions. In order to add and subtract fractions, you must be able to find the least common denominator, which we covered in a separate video. And actually, you don't have to find the least common denominator, it just has to be a common denominator. But finding the least common will make your life easier, since it'll make the number smaller and you're going to have to reduce the fraction at the end anyway. So something like 1 over 4 plus 2 over 4. These two fractions already have the same common denominator of 4. And once you have a common denominator, all you have to do is add up the top numbers together, and then that becomes your new numerator. So this would become 1 plus 2 is 3. And then we keep the same denominator, so 3 over 4 would be your answer. And we can visualize this by thinking of our pizza. Let's say you start out with 4 out of 4 slices, and you tell yourself you're only going to eat one slice, or 1/4 of the pizza, and you're going to save 3/4 of the pizza for later. But then you have a breakdown and decide to eat another 2 slices instead. Well, now you've eaten 1/4 of the pizza plus another 2/4 for a total of 3/4 of the pizza. And then you have 1/4 of the pizza left. How about 1 over 4 plus 1/2? Although the numbers are a little different, this is actually the same problem if you look closely. So you still start out with 4 out of 4 pizza slices. You ate one of those slices, and then you broke down, and you ate another 2 slices. But instead of writing 2 out of 4 slices here, I can see that 2 slices is the same as 1/2 of the pizza. So I can instead write 1/2, which is the reduced form of 2/4, and you would still have eaten 3/4 of the pizza. Now, if we don't have the visual in front of us, and we just have our fractions 1 over 4 plus 1/2, you can't just add them together like this and say, 1 plus 1 is 2, and 4 plus 2 is 6, so 2 over 6. No. You have to find the common denominator first, which means finding the least common multiple between 2 and 4. And if you're not sure what that means, there's a video just for you on least common denominators, which I'll link below. So the multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8. The multiples of 4 are 4, 8. But wait a second, I already see that 4 is a common multiple of both of these numbers, so I know that this is going to be my new denominator for both of these fractions. So for 1/4, 4 is already there, so I don't have to do anything with this one. So I'll set this off to the side. And if I do 1 over 2, I need to change this to have a denominator of 4. So this will equal something over 4. And in order to get to 4, I had to multiply this bottom by 2. And whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do the same to the top. So 1 times 2 is 2. So now this becomes 1 over 4 plus 2 over 4. Because we changed our 1 over 2 here to 2 over 4 so that they have the same denominator. And now that they do, all I need to do is add up the numerators. So 1 plus 2 is 3. And we keep our denominator. And this is our final answer of 3 over 4, which is the same thing we got when we were looking at our visual. One thing I want to show is that when you're adding or subtracting fractions with common denominators, you can split them or combine them however you want. So you can write our example problem here like we had it, 1 over 4 plus 2 over 4, where we split it up. But you could also write this as 1 plus 2 all over 4 and combine the numerators, as long as you have the same denominators, you can do this. And I like to think of it like the fractions that have the same denominator are all on the same radio frequency. In this case, a radio frequency of 4, and they can talk to each other by adding or subtracting. When we had 1 over 4 plus 1 over 2, they couldn't talk to each other because they're on different frequencies. Alright, so that last one was pretty easy. How about something like this? 1/6 plus 5/9 minus 3/4. So none of the denominators here are the same, which means we have to find the least common multiple between all of them. Since 6, 9, and 4 are relatively manageable, we can list out the factors pretty easily. So let's try and do that. So for 6, we'll do 12, 18, 24, 36, 42, and then for 9, we have 18, 27. I noticed that 18 is common between 6 and 9, but we'll keep going here. 36, 45, 54. And then for 4, we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So far, I don't see anything right, so 18 is not going to work. So I'll keep going here. 28, 32, 36. And this is the first one here that has the same multiple between all three of these numbers here. So this will be our common denominator. So I will change each of these fractions into another fraction that has a denominator of 36. So let's do 1 over 6 equals something over 36. I have to multiply by 6 at the bottom, and so I have to do the same thing on the top, and I'll get 6 over 36. For 5 over 9, that equals something over 36. I have to multiply by 4 to get there, so I'll do the same thing to the top. So 5 times 4 is 20. And then last one here, 3/4 equals something over 36. This one I need to multiply by 9, so I'll do the same thing to the top and get 27. So now I'm just going to replace all of these fractions with the equivalent fractions I found here with a denominator of 36. So 1 over 6 becomes 6 over 36 plus 20 over 36 minus 27 over 36. So we've made all of our fractions have the same denominator. So all we need to do now is add up the numerators. So 6 plus 20 is 26, minus 27 is a -1. So we end up with -1 over 36. And this is our answer. Now remember, if I really wanted to, I could also rewrite this fraction and combine the numerators like this into one fraction. So 6 plus 20 minus 27 all over 36. And this also equals -1 over 36.